My guest today is Captain Kabir Malik. He is a pilot by profession and also runs an aviation company. Captain Malik,
Yeah.
thank you for joining.
Hi. Good evening.
And you're joining us at a time when there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of reports and then contradictory reports. There are conjectures and God knows what not. You tell me, as a pilot, do you even for a remote, like, is there a remote possibility that the pilots who were flying Air India 171 actually did it by mistake?
No,
Cut off
I'm
the fuel switch by mistake?
no. It's not happened. If you are in practice in something like you are professional in your, I'm talking about your job only. Somebody say that you will do
Correct.
this, you will not do this deliberately, or it will not happen by you in mistakenly also. By mistake also, the question is here this about the machinery, and the machinery belongs to the Boeing. And the Boeing from America, everybody knows that. And this kind of complaint is earlier, it had come in 2017 and 18 also. And because of that, they were issued a guideline to worldwide airlines and every country to the world.
Yes.
And if you'll see on this guideline, so I'm 100% sure there is some technical malfunction problem with the machinery. And
Now, I have a question. I read that wording of that FAA 2018 guideline,
yeah.
and that clearly says that there is a possibility of malfunction in few of the fuel engine switches, right?
Yeah.
Now, even if you know that there were few of the fuel switches that were probably prone to malfunction, if I may use that word, prone to malfunction, that were suspect. Why on earth a company, a aircraft manufacturing company with a global name like Boeing, will let that go and not call or not? Do you think was there like monetary consideration took over safety concerns?
Yeah, obviously something we could only assume that at our part of side, if this DGCA may not be issued this guideline to the other airlines, so it was somewhere in the you can say in the dark when it issued in 2017-18, and they, after just raising the question by I think by your channel also few days back, I think so. Then this DGCA wake up and they woke up and they issued the guideline to every those who were having these kind of aircrafts in their fleets, and they are not active on this particular issue. So might be some reasons of on this I think. But as per my observation and my experience, which I can say, uh, it's obviously it's a problem with the machinery. And if you blame our pilots or something, you will find out the technical issues, and you want to be
Correct.
cover up
Correct.
things on that. It's not easy, and not I think so acceptable from my side also. And our Indian industry, this aviation industry should not be accepted it, and our ministry should come forward to for this, and they have
Yes.
to issue
Lot of pilots association and bodies, there are many in this country. They have voiced their extreme displeasure and
obviously,
condemnation of this.
obviously.
You think that government should come out with a proper response and address every time a pilot now takes an aircraft, they fly off, they take it into skies? Do you think they are now less confident than they were before, if there is no proper condemnation or no proper retraction by the company or by the agencies who are trying to put words and say suggest that the pilots were to blame?
See, in this so early stage, government has not come to forward or to words of this our pilots. It's obviously reason because until unless the final report will not come of this AIB, the pilot, I don't think so that this any agency or our government will not come to any any advance note or any statement they will come on this. But some of our pilot associations of India, they are already raised the questions on it, and they already raised the voice to save our pilots, and they wrote the letter to the DGCA, and the Ministry of Civil Aviation of India, and they are doing good. And I think so. Our pilot, what they did inside the cockpit, it was a great job of them. We should not supposed to be, and we will not look them on a win or a single eye on them, because they were.
They were experienced
They were
pilots.
experienced also. They have an lots of experience, not experience. If you say that somebody has 15,000 hours in flying and almost 7,000 hours on particular this machinery, so he is perfect, and absolutely he will fly this plane with blind eye also. I would, in my observation and the experience,
That's
which
true.
we could say. So and even this Captain Lee was not in the PIC. He was not in pilot in command. So there is somebody's just blaming to him also. No, it's not possible, because all command was at that time on Mr. Sabharwal, and he was handling everything very smoothly. And suddenly it happened, and he was confirmed to the co-pilot also, and he denied in very good manner that he didn't do that. So obviously it was not by our pilot's mistake.
Now, you are a pilot. Now, my very I this always this thought comes to me. Uh, as a pilot, when you sit on your you get into the cockpit, then you are all like all tied up and ready to go. What are the minimum checks that you perform on like every flight?
See,
The critical ones.
in very simple language, you will say, whenever you go inside the cockpit, it is your duty that the internal and external checks done by the PIC, pilot in command,
Correct.
always and every time. And this checks is cross checked by the co-pilot also and the pilot also.
Now, why I am asking you this, sir, is you are saying that there is a PIC, and then there are then there's a
Co-pilot.
pilot and there's a co-pilot.
Co-
So
PIC is a pilot in command, and co-pilot is a co-pilot. Got it?
okay,
Yeah.
PIC is the pilot in command.
Pilot in
and,
command.
Okay, so there are two.
Two.
Is there any other team that checks the cockpit and everything, whether things are in place before the flight?
You see, if there is in a condition, if plane come from the maintenance, so all the checks are done by the experts and the aeronautical engineers and the expert, those who were available that time of the maintenance time. After the takeover to the in the flying team, they also check everything by minority, very lightly from the internal and outside. And then there is a sign book and the handover book also, which is signed by
Okay.
the releaser by the releaser, and who's taking
Okay, why I am asking you this? I am asking this for our common people who have lot of questions, and you are a pilot who knows how obviously like you can explain it better than anybody else can. So now my one question is: we have seen air crashes. There was one instance when the fuel reading was wrong. The plane had no fuel, but it took off as full, and then it crashed because you must have heard about it, and like it crashed because there was no fuel. Now here in this case, I want to ask you: was there any remote chance of the switch in the fuel engine switch in the cutoff mode, but still the plane took off? Was
no,
it
not at
possible?
all. It's not possible.
It's not possible.
Next to impossible. When the
Okay.
plane was on runway and it took in a speed to take off, and this AI-171 it crossed V1 and VR and VD speed also. That means fuel was flowing completely in the flow, and it was reaching to the engines
The likely speed that it
smoothly,
got.
and it is happened when the plane was reached in the middle of the air. We could say almost 6,000 or 7,000 feet. That time it was losing height, and it was had happened in between this 11
In a few
between 10
seconds.
to 11 second after takeoff.
Now, there one more question, a very like a question of a student, right? Something. Tell me, if a plane is airborne, and like one of the pilot or maybe the plane, the switch engine, fuel switch engine gets cut off. How many, and if it's not put back in the on switch on mode, how many minutes or maybe hours, seconds, I don't know what, how many minutes a plane can run?
See, I'll tell you very frankly and technically, as per my experience also, and which is we used to talk with our colleagues also all the times when we sit in the cafeteria or in the dining time or our free time, we used to talk. We have very technical things in this aircrafts, in every aircrafts we could say. So if you say there is a if something could happen according to your question, that if it happened, then there is a system inside the aircraft which is we used to call FADEC. This is means full throttle digital engine control. Got it? The name.
Okay.
I
Okay.
repeat it again.
FAD.
AFDEC. Full
Okay.
authority digital engine control. Got it? The
Okay.
meaning
Got
of
it.
this.
Got it.
So
Got it.
there is a system inside the aircraft which is work parallelly with this two system also. EEC or ECU. EEC engine control, electric engine control, and the ECU is a engine control unit. So it does it start works automatically if
Starts off.
something happened with the cutoff switch or fuel
By mistake or by
emergency
whatever
or
reason.
something, if it is fuels bleeding inside the aircraft or in the engine, it start automatically it start, you know.
Okay.
And it's come into the recovery mode, and I tell you it's the detection of this machinery, we could say it's a detect the major the problem inside during this time. In 1 second 70 times it detect the problem. Got
Okay.
it?
Okay.
You could not imagine, even you could not think about it.
Okay.
Got it? The time of duration in 1 second 70 times they detect the problem inside the aircraft. Where is the problem? Why this switch is cut off? And in a second automatically they start
will
from
tell
the
you the
other
exact-
sources to the supply the fuel to the engine automatically, because it come automatically.
It's automated.
AFDEC, as I told you, the full authority digital engine control. Got it? So this has come to automatically, and supply has start automatically through
वो
this
खुद ब खुद
system.
deploy हो
Yeah,
गया.
deployed.
Okay. Obviously, 171, there were a lot of things that went wrong, right? Apart from this fuel switch cut off. The rat, which was supposed to be like, if it could have taken a height, probably the pilot could have got that into play and they would have probably.
I like to stop you in the between, because you are very curious about to know about this, how the fuel switch is cut off and the plane could not start automatically by his own when I describe about this AFDEC. So this is very simple, because height was very less.
Correct.
First of all. Secondly, the time was very less. Okay. The moment the left engine was automatically in the recovery mode, we lost the height and we impact to the.
It's pretty unfortunate. Like everything was so.
So it was our bad luck. I am just saying, because it was our bad luck, we could say.
Why I asked you such questions was to clear the air. Like lot of common man think, oh, maybe pilot ने गलती कर दी हो.
No.
And the way Western media is trying to put the blame, rather than looking into the fault in the fuel switches, questioning, grilling Boeing, asking the Boeing command team, Boeing decision-making team in 2018, why such things were allowed, why was there only an advisory, why was that advisory not considered as mandatory, like who all were people involved. There's a lot to investigate, and as I think more and more, do you want to probably, do you think the probe should focus on something else as well? Like as a pilot, first before jumping anything, I want to ask you.
See, thing is that in preliminary report, whatever it's come, it is the incident focus point we find it. We found it. So this AIB is founded. What was the reason? So let us come and they will work on it completely, and how much time they will take, let them take it. But before that, if somebody is saying, and in international media they wants to save this Boeing company,
Right.
it is very obvious, because they have multi-millionaire. We could not be assuming, you cannot be calculate the how much in currency they are doing this business. It's a big business also. If something come wrong to against this Boeing, definitely they would lose their business in the international market also, because in long time back also, if you know very well, in 2013, 2010, 2017 and 18 also, they do lose their market in the international level. And now they are in the same era now. They are thinking that if something come wrong, in this probe, definitely the Boeing will be in blacklist list. I'm thinking according to me and the other country people also. So in this stage, if we'll blame to our pilot, it's not good. It's not fair. So let the report will come. Everything will be on the white paper, and I'm 100% sure our pilots are very good, and we have to salute them that they worked in the cockpit as per their performing. They performed their duty, what they learned, and through their experience.
Captain Malik, thank
Thank,
you for giving your time.
thank you
And
so much.
we hope the entire India, the world, in fact, hopes today
Yeah.
that safety will come out or truth will come out, and safety will be the only guiding factor of this probe. And I'm sure this investigation should not leave any culprit. Maybe if it comes
Yeah,
to
whatever the agency which is involved in this, either this Boeing or whatever it is, the action should be, we,
human life should be
yeah,
prime.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Captain Malik. Thank you for telling
Thank you.
and answering all
Please,
the
thank you so
questions
much.
and claims. Thank you.
Please.